4 weeks have passed since Felicia Johnson went missing in Houston. The California native came here last month to celebrate her birthday and make some extra money before she disappeared. Felicia is just one of several people who will be highlighted tomorrow on Missing in Harris County Day. Brittany Ford has another look at Felicia Johnson's case now.
Well, Felicia's father, Kevin, says the investigation is moving forward. He says any little bit of information helps. The same can be said for families planning to attend Harris County's Missing Persons Day event, scheduled for tomorrow. Sunday marks 1 month since 24-year-old Felicia Johnson went missing. Her father, Kevin, meeting with HPD last Friday.
We do know when all of her movement stopped, which is her social media, her bank accounts. Any of her movements stopped on the 16th. So that's what I know for sure.
The story delves into the unfortunate circumstances surrounding Felicia Johnson, a 24-year-old who was in Houston in April 2022 in quest of employment, vanished after meeting up with a stranger late at night. Her bloodied phone and purse were discovered next to a community park, which alarmed her family right away. Perhaps the most pressing concern for everyone is, what happened to Felicia Johnson? Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Felicia's family and friends. Felicia Marie Johnson, a resident of San Diego, California, enjoyed dancing so much that she pursued it professionally. She was a caring, gorgeous, and dynamic person. Felicia came to Houston on April 13, 2022, to celebrate her birthday and attend an interview at CoverGirl Adult Entertainment Club, but she was not hired. After being rejected for the job, she requested an Uber home. Unfortunately, the Uber was running late, so a random motorist stopped to assist her, but she then vanished. When the family was unable to contact her, they filed a missing persons report, and as police began their investigation, they discovered she had met a man named Chukwuebuka Nwobodo. Felicia and Nwobodo reportedly started conversing on Snapchat before agreeing to meet for $500. Nwobodo dispatched an Uber for Felicia to the Intercontinental Hotel around 3 a.m. on April 16th, and the Uber drove her to his old address on Windchase Boulevard. The suspect then picked her up from the address and drove her to his new home on South Richmond Avenue. While they were looking for her, a friend discovered her bloody phone and her purse at Bear Creek Park. On April 17th, Nwobodo purchased a saw, towels, large trash bags, and a trail flashlight. When officers searched his car, they discovered a rifle, latex gloves, a huge kitchen knife, and a shovel. They also discovered Johnson's blood in his trunk and rear seat, as well as blood marks around his apartment. Police noticed that the 28-year-old searched for topics such as what does bleach do to blood, how to be a serial killer, how to plan a murder without getting caught, and the most forested part of Houston. On May 13th, officers obtained search warrants for his car and apartment, and they discovered Felicia's DNA on his residence. He was taken into custody during a traffic stop. It is unknown when and why he was released. The law enforcement officials were able to locate a 2020 police record in which he was probed for sexual assault. The case was dismissed after the claimed victim declined to file charges. According to reports, Nwobodo killed Felicia inside his apartment and disposed of her body. On February 7, 2023, a worker from the Texas Department of Transportation discovered Felicia Johnson's body in the Sam Houston National Forest. The body was sent for DNA and dental records testing. The dental records proved that they belonged to Johnson. Chukwuebuka Nwobodo, regrettably, is still at large. Nwobodo has been charged with 2 felonies, falsifying or tampering with physical evidence and murder.
Human remains found in Montgomery County earlier this month have been confirmed as those of Felicia Johnson.
She's the 24-year-old San Diego woman who disappeared while visiting Houston in April of last year, and investigators are still looking for the man charged in her death. Those remains were found in Sam Houston National Forest back on February 7th. Aniela Ruiz is live. What else are you learning tonight, Aniela?
Well, investigators are telling us they hope this brings her family some kind of closure, but HPD continues searching for the man they believe murdered Felicia Johnson. What was supposed to be a birthday trip to Houston turned deadly for 24-year-old Felicia Johnson. She was visiting from San Diego back in April of last year and vanished. And now investigators say DNA and dental records confirm the remains found at the Sam Houston National Forest earlier this month are hers. We spoke to Felicia Johnson's dad when the remains were found, and even then, he knew those remains were his daughter.
Whenever they release her, then I will be able to have a service for her and pay her the respects that she needs.
Houston police have charged 28-year-old Chukwuebuka Nwobodo with her murder. He's on the run. His arrest warrant said they met on an escort website before she disappeared on April 16th of last year. The warrant says they found DNA strongly matching Felicia's at Nwobodo's home, and a gun and a knife and a shovel in his car. Investigators say they also found searches related to how to be a serial killer and most forwarded places in Houston.
I was in anguish. I still am, because I want the perpetrators to be caught.
And now that her remains have been found, many hope this brings her family one step closer to getting the closure they deserve.
And at least you don't have to wonder and question, where is she? What happened to her? At least you have that now. And now we can move on to the next step, and that's catching this guy and bringing him to justice.
Now, if you have any information on the suspect, you're told to contact police or Crime Stoppers. There is a $5,000 reward. Reporting live, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Although Felicia Johnson's body was discovered to be mutilated, her family took some comfort in knowing that she would at least receive a respectable funeral. Felicia was a joy to everyone she encountered. She was a lovely, compassionate, and loving spirit. Though her life was brutally cut short, she had a bright future ahead of her. According to some reports, Johnson was a prostitute and Nwobodo was one of her clients. Sadly, Johnson would perish in the process. Unfortunately, it is unknown where the suspect is from because he is at large. Nevertheless, there are rumors that he fled and returned to Nigeria. The family is going through an extremely difficult time, and we sincerely hope that they will one day receive the justice they are due so they can go on and for Felicia's soul to rest. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.